Today we're looking at changing of subject of the formula. When we're talking about formula, we're trying to say the content or the makeup of something. For example, if I have to talk about recipe for making particular kind of food, I would say these are the things combined together to make that food. So if I'm talking about formula, I'm talking about what are the things that I'm going to combine together to get a particular subject. So that thing that I want to get is the subject, while the things I combine together, the items I combine together, these are the formula. So let's write a change of subject of the formula. Now, that's in mathematics. So I'll be looking at some questions to lead us into this. So we have examples. Examples. Question 1. So question 1 says that to make u subject of the formula in v square equals to u square plus 2as. V square equal to u square plus 2as. So let me put that up here. So like I said, question 1. Okay, this is too thick. Let me try to adjust that. So, question 1, make u subject of the formula v square equal to u square plus 2as. So, given this, what you are trying to do is to let u stand alone. But on the right hand side of the equation, the right hand side, u is not standing alone. Is that taken?
Yes, sir.
So there are things that are disturbing u from standing alone. The first item disturbing it is 2as, while the second item is the power. So I will start removing those items one by one. That means I will remove the one that is far away first before removing the one that is closer to u that I want to liberate, that I want to make the subject of the formula. So in an attempt to remove the 2as, in an attempt to remove the 2as, what I will do is to take it, transfer it to the other side. It was positive here, so it's going to become negative. So that becomes v square minus 2as equal to u square, because I've removed that one to the other side. Now u square is standing alone, but what I need to stand alone is not u square but u. So what I have is u square equal to v square minus 2as. So this time around, because this is let me write this clearly. Because this is u square, it's a square that is on top of u. So I'm going to be needing square root to remove that square. So if I remove square root, if I use square root on the left hand side, then I must use the same square root on the right hand side. So this becomes square root of u square and square root of the other. That's when they can be equal. So I now have power cutting the square root. And even the power is 3, I'm going to use cube root. Maybe the power is 4, I will use 4 to root. So, and like that, like that. So now, finally, I have u equal to square root of b squared minus 2as. And this is the answer I'm trying to solve it. So let's go over and clear the screen as we move to the second question. So the second question says, second question says, make h subject of the formula in p equals to square root of 2qh over 100. So let me clear the screen there. So 2, make h subject. Make h the subject in p equals to 2qh over 100 all into square root. Now, looking at this, the other time when I had power, I used square root, but this time around, I have square root as part of the things that are hindering h from standing alone. Now, what are the other things hindering h from standing alone apart from the square root? I have 2 and q, and I have 100. Which one is far away out of all of the things? I have square root first, then 100 next, then 2q. So if I want to eliminate anything, I'll firstly eliminate the square root. Next, I'll eliminate the 100. Then next, I'll eliminate 2q. Then h can stand alone. So how do I do this? To eliminate the square root, I use power of 2. So that means I will power both sides. I'm going to say this square, then this square. So p square becomes p square. When I square it becomes p square, then this power is going to cancel the root, and I'm going to have 2qh all over 100. Like I explained, I said the first thing to remove is root, and the root has been removed. Now remain the 100, because the relationship between 100 and h is division. So I'm going to use multiplication, which is the opposite of division. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 100. So this one times 100, and this side times 100, or you rather say cross multiply. So if you cancel 100 here, 100 cancels 100. Then you have 100 beside p. So we have 100 p square. 100 p square equals to 2qh. Now, it's only 2 and q that are disturbing h from standing alone. So what do I do to eliminate them? Because it's multiplication all through, then I'll use division. So divide both sides by 2. 2q. So 2q cancels 2q. All I have left is h. Now h has become the subject of the formula. 100p square all over 2q. So that is second one. That's the second one. So I'm going to move to another question now, which is going to be a third question. Question 3. It said, express s in terms of t, x, and k in the formula below. Express s in terms of, let me put down the question for number 3. Let's see how to solve it. So this is third one, number 3. Question 3 says express s in terms of tx and k in the formula below. So I'm going to write the formula now so that you can know what we are going to express. So the formula is t equal to 2x into square root of s over k. T equal to 2x into square root of s over k. So let me see this. So capital T equal to 2x into square root of s over k. Let me confirm that that is correct. So k equals to 2x into square root of s over k. Now, it now goes further. Now say and find t. Find s when t equals to 8, x equals to 2, and k equals to 3. So find s when t is 8, x is 2, and k is 3. So let's put that there. It says, and find s when t equal to, so t equal to 2, t equals to 8, x equals to 2, and so t equal to 8, then x equal to 2, and k equals to 3. K or 3. So that means you must first find the formula for s. Make s subject the formula first. After making s subject formula, you now substitute the value of t, x, and k so that you can find the actual value of s. So let us look into how you get this done with solution. So what are we making the subject formula? We're making s the subject of the formula. So let's see. S is inside the root, but not everything on the right hand side is inside the root. So that means I can firstly remove all of these that are away before I now deal with the root before dealing with the k. Please take note of that. Firstly, remove the 2x. How do I remove the 2x? The 2x is related with this s inside the root by multiplication. Though the multiplication does not mean this x we are seeing here. This x is just an alphabet. But it could have been 2b. So whatever is outside is multiplying the root. So I'm going to divide both sides by that 2x. So this place over 2x, the other side 2 over 2x. So that 2x can cancel out 2x. Then I have square root of s over k equals to 2 over 2x. So that means root s over k equal to t all over 2x. Now, s is not yet standing alone. I still have to first deal with the root. That means I will square both sides so that the root can go away. Square both sides. So if I square this, the 2, let me undo that again. So the 2, power of 2 is going to cancel the root, and I have this one all squared. So what I have here is s over k equal to t squared. Then what is 2 squared? That's 4. Then x also have a square, so that's 4x squared. Here I'm not done. It's still remaining k that is solving s from standing alone. So k is dividing x, so I have to multiply both sides by k. So this place times k, and this other side too times k. So k is going to cancel out k here. So once k cancel out k, then I have s standing. So s equal to, this is k times t squared gives me kt squared all over 4x squared. So now this is the answer to the first part of the question. Now to the second part of the question. I have the values of k, t, and x to substitute. So I have s equal to k. What is k? 3 times t squared. What is t? 8. 8 squared all over 4 times, what is x? X is 2. That is 2 squared. So here now I can say I have 3 times 8 times 8 all over 4 times 2 times 2. So the square condemned. So I can say 4a 1 and 4a 2. 2a 1 and 2a 1. Let me put that properly. So 2a 1. Then I have 2a 1, 2a 4. So 4 times 3. That means my s is going to be 12 because that is 13. So you can unmute yourself and tell me to get this explanation to this?
Yes, I do.
Okay, very good. So, can mute yourself back while I put up some more questions. Then I'm going to give you the one to try. Can mute yourself. Now, let me go over to the next question. Next question says, okay, let's see this question here. Next question says, make D the subject of the formula. Make D the subject of the formula. So let me see that up here as I clear the screen. That's number 4. Make D the subject of the formula. So I'm going to write the formula now. And the formula says P equal to square root of 5t all over D. D equals to square root of 5t over D. So the P equal to root 5t over D. So I want to make D the subject formula. Again, I have the square root to deal with. So I have to square both sides. Then I have D square equal to 5t over D. Then D is what I'm making subject formula, and D is the one I'm going to remove now because it's under. So I'm going to multiply both sides by D. So this side times D and this other side times D. So here I have D square equal to 5t because this is going to cancel this. So I have 5t. Then D is what I'm making. D square is disturbing D. I divide both sides by D square by D square. Then D square cancels D square. Then I have D equal to 5t all over D square, 5t. So I'm going to write out 2 questions now for you to try, and if you get the answer correct, then we move on. Let me write the page and put up the question. So now to the question you are going to solve. I'm going to write a question for you here. So here is an expression. In this expression, you have to make R the subject of the formula and also find some details. So let me put it up here. You have to make R the subject of the formula and find R when K equals 20, Q equals 15, and equal to 6. So let me put up this one here. Make R the subject of the formula. So make R the subject of the formula and find R when K equal to 20, Q equals to 15. And so let me bring the expression. The expression is K equal to Q into root D over R. K equal to Q into root D over R. So this is the formula. K equal to Q into root D over R. D over R. So I believe you can see the question.
Yes, sir.
So you are making R the subject of the formula and you're finding that. So that is the first question. You can start right away while I put up the second question. The second question.
Okay.
So second question. And the second question is this. You have to make Q the subject of the formula in this. L equal to 4 over 3m dq. L equal to 4 over 3m. You make Q the subject of the formula. Let's see. So make Q the second one. Make Q similar formula when when L over 3M. So when L equal to 4 over 3 M root E Q. So here we're making Q the subject of the formula. So you have a few minutes to attend to these questions. Let me have what you answer.
Okay, sir.
So once you are through, just unmute yourself and let me know that you. So are you through now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is your answer to the first one? What is your R? R as the subject of the formula?
My R is 310.
No, I mean R formula. R equals to what?
Okay, R equals to K.
Equal to?
R equals to K square minus QD.
K square minus QD. Okay, so you now got R to be what?
310.
310. Okay, what about L? What is the formula for Q?
Q equals to P. Okay, Q equals to P minus L.
Minus M.
L.
Okay, minus L. Q equals to P minus L. That's all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, let's look at it together so that we can see. So let me clean this side. We get the question together. Then, as I'm solving it, you will now see whether you are right or there's anywhere you have made a mistake. So, question 1 says K equal to Q into root D over R. So we're making R so we get the formula. Okay, this looks like what we just finished solving when I said if all the numbers are under the root, then we apply square immediately. But since all the numbers or the letters, so to speak, they are not under the root, firstly eliminate the one outside before going to the root. So that means Q is related to this root by multiplication. Then we are going to divide by Q. Divide both sides by Q. So I'm going to say the first step to that one is to divide both sides by Q. So K equal to Q into root T all over R. So when you divide both sides by Q, that means this over Q and this over Q. So Q cancel Q here. That means I have root D over R equals K over Q. So root D over R equal to K all over Q. Equal to K all over Q. Yes, so K all over Q. Now, with this, I have the root and the D above R to deal with. Since it's R, I'm making the subject of the formula. So I have to firstly remove the root by using power of 2 here and power of 2 here. So I cancel this power. Can I see your face so that I can see whether I am? So face your camera, please. Now, D all over R equal to, this is now K square and Q square. So this is K square all over Q square. Then I need to cross multiply, or firstly multiply both sides by R. So if I multiply this side by R, I multiply this side by R, R is going to give the bottom here, and it's going to come up here. So I'm going to have D equal to K square R all over Q square. Now bear in mind that it is R I want to free. So with this, I can multiply both sides by Q square. So Q square times Q square. So this one becomes Q square D equal to, then Q square cancel Q square, I have K square R. K square R. Now R can stand alone if I divide both sides by K square. So here I have K square, here I have K square. So K square cancel K square, then I have my R. So with that, I can have R equal to Q square D all over A square. So with this is the formula connecting all of them together. Then I have to go into substituting the values I was looking for K, Q, and D to find my R. So here now, R equals to Q squared. What is Q? Q is 15. That's 15 squared. So that's 15 times 15. 15 times 15. Then times D. What is D? 6. Then all over K squared. What is K? 20. 20 times 20. Here I can decide and say 2 here, 3, 2 here, 10. Then 2 in 10 is 5. Oh, sorry, 5 in 10 is 2. Because it is 5 that can go in 15. So 5 in 10 is 2, 5 here is 3, and 5 in 15 is 3, 5 in 20 is 4. So all I have left here is 3 times 3 times 3, and that is 27, all over 2 times 4, that is 8. So I can say how many 8 is in 27? I have 3 whole number 3 over 4. Because 3 times 8 is 24, and if you remove 24 from 7, you have 3. Unmute yourself and tell me whether you get the explanation.
Sir,
Yes.
for that R times, why you not dividing it by? Why you times it?
Okay, why did I multiply the R? Yes or no?
Well, like to divide both sides, that's what I normally make as, but you times it.
But I multiply by
this
R. Okay, is it Q or R we are talking about?
Yes, Q.
Q.
And
Yes.
R.
For the R was under, and I want it to come up. So if I multiply this side by R is going to delete from this side. Yes or no?
Yes.
Then R is going to remain here. Whatever you do to one side, you must do it to the other side. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Then, when I have Q under, can you see this place?
Yes, sir.
When I have Q under, and the Q has to go away from the R. So what do I have to do? Multiply both sides by Q so that the Q can come here, then the Q can go away from the R. So this Q square will cancel this Q square. That's taken.
Okay, sir.
That is what gave K square R equal to Q square D. Then to let R be alone, I now divide both sides by K square. You have to divide if the relationship is multiplication. Is that taken?
Yes, sir.
And you have to multiply if the relationship is division. So, and do you understand how I substituted the numbers?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So I'm going to end this class now and send you another link immediately so that we can look at the second question. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So I'm going to stop sharing now and end this class. So I'll be sharing the screen with you now so that we can look into the second question. But you're going to need to read the question for me. So question 2. Okay, don't worry, I'm going to try to get into it. So it says, make Q the subject of the formula. Make Q the subject formula when L equals to 6. So make Q the subject of the formula when L equal to 4 over 3m to PQ. So when L equals to 4 over 3m into the root PQ. So we want to make Q the subject formula. Now look at this. Once you see this, you can see a fraction here, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So that fraction is what you deal with first. So L equal to 4m. You're going to have 4m over 3. Then P. So I'll miss you now. Then when I'm done, you're going to ask questions. So here now, since I have this, I still want to remove the fraction to the other side. I can go ahead and say multiply both sides by 3 because 3 is dividing the m. Or I just use the reciprocal of 4 over 3, which is 3 over 4, to multiply the two sides straight away. So I'll say times 3, 4, then times 3 over 4. So that here I have my 3 over 4L equal to, here 3 cancel 3 and 4 cancel 4. So that the 3 over 4 has changed to 4 over 3 on the other side. Or otherwise, I could have just done it firstly by saying multiply both sides by 3 so that 3 can cancel here, then divide both sides by 4 so that 4 can divide here. But it's still the same thing by saying use the reciprocal of this, that is the inverse. Since it's 4 over 3, I use 3 over 4 to remove it, take it to the other side. Now I have what is left, m into root p q. So I have to divide both sides by m this time around so that m can go away. So divide m then over m. So m cancels m, then I have pq. So this one is root pq equal to my 3 over 4l. 3l over 4 is the meaning of 3 over 4l divided by m. It's over m, so it's divided by m. But in this case, I can easily change this division because this is m over 1. So when you change the division sign, 1 goes up, m comes down. So I have pq equal to 3l over 4, 3l over 4 times 1 over m, such that it can give me 3l times 1 is 3l and 4 times m is 4m. Now, I can now have my root pq being equal to 3l over 4m, 3l over 4m. I'm not there yet. I want to make q the subject, but p is still there and the root is still there. So I will power both sides by 2, square both sides, square both sides. So this is going to cancel this, and I have pq left. But bear in mind that this is 3 squared, which is 9, and this is L squared, which is L squared, and this is 4 squared, which is 16, while this is M squared, because the square applies to everything in that bracket. Okay, what remains disturbing Q from standing alone? It's just P. So I divide both sides by P. So this over P, then this side over P. So I can now have P cancelling P here. I have Q equal to 9L squared over 16M squared divided by P. Divided by P. So, and again, the way I did the other one, this is also number 1, then you can change it to times. Then you have Q equal to 9L squared all over 16M squared times 1 over P. 1 over P. And this is going to be 9L squared times 1 is 9L squared. And this is going to be 16M squared times P, that is 16M squared P. Or you say 16PM squared, depending on whatever it is. So that means finally I can say my Q equals to 9L squared all over 16M squared P. You can unmute yourself and tell me if you have any question.
Hello.
Okay, it's clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So you can mute yourself back. We'll look at one more question together, then I will give you another one to try. Let me get the question. I clear the screen. Now this question says, if P equal to something, then express R in terms of P, S, and T. So that means if P equals to root RSQ over T. Let me clear the screen. So that should be random number question now. 5 or so. So if let me see. Let me get a question. If P equal to P equal to square root of s cubed over square root of rs cubed over t. I'll do that. Square root of rs cubed over t, comma. Then the job is to express r in terms of p, s, and t. Please, let's focus on this together so that I can give you the one you're getting. Now, what am I looking for? I'm looking for r. I want to make r subject formula. R is inside of this place. Okay, let me not make r. Let me change it to s. Why not change it to s so that it can lead us into something more? So say express s in terms of p, r, and t. Because s has q, that's what I want to explain something with. I want to believe you are with me. So here now, the first thing to, because all of them are in the root, the first thing is to use a square, power of 2 to remove the square root. I mentioned the other time, if it's cube root, use power of 3. If it's fifth root, use power of 5. Now, I will square both sides, then I have this square be equal to square root of rs cubed all over t, then I will square it as well, because if I do something to one side, I must do it to the other side. Then squaring it cancels out this, and I have what is left here. This square equals rs cubed all over t. Rs cubed. Remember, s is what I'm making subject now, and s is having a power of 3. Let me rewrite that power so it can be small enough as a power. Power of 3. Now s is having power of 3. So, but I can't eliminate the 3 or the r before eliminating the t. So t again now is being divided. Rs cubed is being divided by t. So the relationship is division. Like I told you, we're going to use what? Multiplication. We're going to use multiplication to remove this t. So multiply both sides by t. This times t, and this other side times t. Then I have t squared or p squared t. So p squared t is now equal to, this is going to cancel this out. Now I go to rs cubed. I didn't bring his r and make him subject for that. I'll just divide both sides by s cubed, and that's all. That's my answer. But here I say let me make s 0. So I'm going to divide both sides by r. Divided by r, so that r can cancel r again. And I have s cubed equal to p squared t all over r. Now in this case, s cubed is what I have here. If it had been s squared, I would say use square root to remove it. But it's not s squared, rather it is s cubed. So you are going to use cube root to remove it. Cube root simply means draw the square root symbol and put 3 instead of leaving it. When you leave it, it's a square root. If you do anything like this, it's a square root. But if you put 3 in, it's a cube root. So you're going to put the same cube root here so that the cube root can cancel this one. Then you have your s freed. You have your s as a subject. So the answer now becomes s equal to cube root of p squared t all over r. Cube root of p squared t over r. So now you can unmute yourself.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Yes, are you hearing now?
I can't hear you.
Are you hearing me now?
No.
Okay. You're not hearing the explanation.
It's just a little.
Oh, that means maybe in case of next time you should use earpiece so that you can hear loud and clear. Are you hearing now?
I'm not hearing you like that.
But were you hearing before?
Yes, I was. Then it just ceased.
Okay, what I would advise you do, let me put you in waiting room, then you join again so that you can, because it must be from that side. So, join again. Okay.
I can hear you now.
So, can you hear me now? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, are you hearing me now?
Not clearly.
Not clearly. Okay, what about now?
No.
What about you're still not hearing?
Maybe because a call came in. Maybe we check
Okay.
again.
Okay. So, but can you, are you hearing what I'm saying now?
Can I use earpiece?
Yes, you can use earpiece. You can use earpiece. Yes.
I can hear you.
So you can hear me now, right?
Yes.
Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now look at the question that I just saw. You understand it? Or should I explain it all over?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, the question is that if P equals to square root of R S cube over T, you have to express R in terms of P, S, and T. But I change it because of the cube on S that it will lead me to explaining something further. So I now said, let me make S the subject formula instead of R. So I'm trying to express R in terms of P. I'm trying to express S in terms of E, R, and T. Is that taken?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So here now, I thought because all of them are into the thing I need to do, the first step is to power both sides by 2, square both sides. So when I square both sides, I put square here, I put square here, then that's what you see on the next step. Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
Now, for this next step, these 2 cancel out the square root. Is that taken?
Yes, sir.
And the square that I put remain on P, and that's what you see here. Then this is now what I have left, which is RS cube T. Is that taken?
Yes, sir.
Now the next thing to eliminate, which is far away, is T, and the relationship with S is division. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And what am I supposed to do to it? Multiply both sides by T. Is that taken?
Yes, sir.
So I multiply by T here, I multiply by T here. This T cancels this T, but this T remains here. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Then I have P squared T equals to RS cube. Now the next thing to remove is R. Because it's multiplication with S, I'm dividing both sides by these 2 R's. Can you see? And this R cancels out this R. So what I have left is P squared T over R equal to S cube. So because it's S cube now, I was explaining the other time, I said it's square, just put square root. But because it's S cube, I put cube root. And how do you know it's cube? When you draw square root sign, just put 3 in it. Then that is cube root. Is that taken?
Yes.
Very good. So once that is taken, then I clear this cube, clear off the cube root, but the cube root remain here, and hence this is our final answer. Is that clear?
Yes.
Very good. So probably I'll give you 1 or 2 questions now before I round up this session. Give 1 or 2 questions that you're going to try as assignment. So let me give you 1 question here. Okay, let me give you just 2 questions. The first one is to make or Q the subject of the formula if P equal to M over 5. Let me please see. You have to make Q subject of the formula if P equal to M over 5 into X plus Q and write it. P equals to M over 5 into X plus Q. Then the bracket should be closed and something is still there. Then plus 1. Plus 1. So here now you are making Q subject to the formula in this while I put up the second question. Second question, then we'll round up for this session. So the second question says, make U the subject of the formula in X equal to 2Q minus 3 by 3U plus 2. So please write that down. It's your assignment. So when X equal to 2U minus 3, 2U minus 3 over 3U plus 2 over 3U plus 2. So this is the assignment to have there. Or let me just send this straight to your WhatsApp so that you can see it. So make Q the subject formula if P equal to M over 5 into X plus Q into plus 1 outside. Then make U the subject formula. I'm sending the right way. Get to see it. Get to see. So by that, I'm going to be rounding up this class for now. So we'll see tomorrow by the grace of God, and that will be, I don't know, you close early on Friday, right?
Yes.
Okay, so instead of 4:30, maybe you can meet by 4.
Yes,
that we can meet 4 to 6.
okay.
Alright, so have a nice time. Bye for now. Check your WhatsApp for the assignment. So like I said, we'll be looking at the correction to the change of subject to the formula. I'll write the questions out, then I'll take your answers. After then, we're going to move on. So let me share the screen. I want to fix the correction to the last work correction. So this is it. Then the question that you were given is going to be brought up here now. Let me see. Question 1. You have to make Q the subject of the formula. In this. So you see, I have P equal to M over 5. P equal to M 5, and we have a bracket open, X plus Q and plus 1. So bracket open X M plus Q, then X plus Q, then plus 1 plus Q bracket close plus 1. So that's the question, yes or no? Is that the question? Hello Clinton, can you hear me? Clinton, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, is that the question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good.
I can hear you.
So what
Yes,
is
sir.
the answer? What is your answer now? Give me your answer. Yes.
Q
Q. Okay.
equal to
Yes.
PS
PX. Okay.
over
Over.
yes. Q equals to PS
Mm-hmm.
over M.
Over M. Okay. Is that all?
Yes.
Okay. Let me bring up the. Okay. Let's face this first so that we can have enough space. So, when you encounter anything like this, what you have to do is to firstly remove the one that is far away. You have to eliminate the one that is far away from Q. Let's consider everything that is stopping Q from standing alone. What are those things? Start from Q itself. So what is beside Q? X.
X.
Then immediately after the bracket, what do you have here? M. Then over 5. So over 5 is 5. Then the farthest is 1. The farthest is what?
1.
And the relationship to Q is addition. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Then you have to subtract 1 from both sides. So I have P minus 1. Okay?
Yes.
You have to subtract 1 from both sides. So this will be P minus 1. Then if you put minus 1 here, it's going to eliminate this. Then you have your P minus 1 because of the minus 1 you put on the other side. You now have M over 5 into X plus Q. Do you understand this step?
Yes, sir.
Now, what next is disturbing Q? You have X, I have M, I have 5. 5 is now the farthest because it's under. Okay? And the relationship is division. The relationship is what?
Division.
So what am I going to use?
Times M is
Multiplication. So that is times 5 times 5. Okay? So it's 5 I want to eliminate, and it's 5 that is dividing what is above. So 5 cancels 5. Then I have 5 times my P minus 1 that is there. Then equal to M into X plus Q. Are you following?
yes, sir.
Now, what next is disturbing our Q from standing alone? We have X, we have M. Which one is far away?
M.
Very good. So what's the relationship? Is it addition to this bracket, or multiplication, or division, or subtraction?
This is multiplication.
Very
is
good. So you have to use what?
Division.
So divide by M. Divide by what? M.
M.
So M cancels M. Then on this side, you have 5 into P minus 1 all over M equal to what now? X plus Q. You don't need the bracket again because there's nothing outside the bracket. Is that taken?
Yes, sir.
So what is disturbing Q from standing alone now?
X.
And what is the relationship? It is subtract as addition, yes or no? You are going to say both sides minus X minus X, so that this can cancel this. X minus X is 0. Then I have Q left in. So Q now equal to all of this, which is 5 into P minus 1 all over 5, all over M, then minus X. So this is your answer. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So take note of the answer. So that nullifies this answer. So I'm going to clear the screen now so that we can do the second question. After that second explanation, I'm going to end the class, then we start our economics class. Is that taken?
Yes, sir.
Now, question 2. Question 2. So question 2 says, make U the subject in the formula here. So make U a subject in x equal to, so we're to make u the subject in x equal to 2u minus 3 over 3u plus 2. 2u minus 3 over 3u plus 2. So what did you get as your own answer?
I cannot do it.
Okay, you couldn't do this. Okay, very good. So listen to the explanation so that when you see something like this, you'll be able to. I know you might be confused once you see 2u's there. Yes or no?
Yes.
Very good. So let's
Yes.
work it out now. When you see anything like this, you discover that this is a fraction. Can you see it?
Yes,
Can you
sir.
see the fraction? So all you have to do is to cross multiply. Cross multiply. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So that means if x is multiplying this, then it's going to become x, open a bracket, 3u plus 2. 3u plus 2. Then close your bracket. Then have 1 times 2u minus 3. 1 times anything is that same thing. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So what is 1 times 2u minus 3?
It's 2u minus 3.
Very good. So it doesn't change. This time around, I'm going to open this bracket. Okay? Why will I need to
Yes.
open the bracket? It's because I need this u out of the bracket. That's it.
Okay.
So that is expansion. What is x times 3u? That is 3ux. Then what is x times 2? That is 2x. Then equals to 2u minus 3. Now this time around, you're going to collect like terms. Take all the u's to one side and take non-u to the other side because it's u you are after. So this one asks u, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So I have 3, let me rewrite that. I have 3ux, then this is 2u. It's positive here, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
When it comes to the other side, become what?
Negative.
Then I have negative 3 outside, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Then what is coming outside? Positive 2u. When it comes outside, become what?
Minus,
I mean 2x rather.
minus 2x.
Yes. So now I can factorize this. It is u that I am looking for. So u is common to the two sides, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So you're going to pick u outside a bracket. Once you have removed u, what remains? 3 and x, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Then once you have removed u from here, what remains? And minus what?
2.
Then equal to minus 3 minus 2x. Here, what is disturbing you from being alone on this side? It is the bracket. Yes or no? So that would be
Yes.
divide 3x minus 2, 3x minus 2. So 3x minus 2 is going to cancel this. Is that taken?
Yes, sir.
And you can see that u is alone now. So u is now the subject as u equal to minus 3 minus 2x all over 3x plus 2. But take note of this. This is the answer and it's correct. But in objective, you might not find this in your answer. You might find something like u equal to minus 1 into 3 plus 2x all over 3x minus 2. Do you understand what I just did?
Yes, the minor represents minus 1.
Yes, I factorized the negative sign here. I factorized negative
Yes, sir.
negative sign is common to the 2. So once I remove it from 3, it become positive 3, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And once I remove the negative 1 from minus 2x, it become positive 2x, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So that is that about that. So is it clear to you now?
Not really.
Okay, ask your question, let me.
The way you like eliminated, it was 3ux
Where
minus
is-
2u.
Where is that one? This one, right?
Yes, sir.
So I try to
Like
factorize.
you say you factorize that.
Yes, what am I looking
Using
for
2x.
here? I'm looking for u. So u is common here, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So when you pick the u, if you divide this by u will cut u, yes or no?
Yes,
You
sir.
say this one over u and this one over u. So u will cancel u, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But what will remain?
Okay.
3x. And u will cancel u here, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So what will remain?
2
Minus 2, not 2.
minus 2.
Very good. So it is now the 3x minus 2 that is disturbing you from standing alone. Then you it's called you divide it.
Eliminate by.
Yes. So is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that when you see such questions, you know that okay, u is above, u is below, and it's a number, it's a number. If it is something like let's assume I have something like x equal to 2u squared over u, and I want you to please look at this, and I want you to make u the subject formula. Are you with me? This time
Yes,
you don't need to cross multiply in this case. Why? Because there's no, all these numbers that are here, they are not there. Okay, you can easily say u cancel u here. Are you with me?
Yes.
You know this is a u that I have cancelled, so it's a power. You know u square means
Yes,
u times u.
2.
Very good.
Yes,
So
sir.
1 cancel. So that means x will be what? 2u. Then I can easily divide both sides by 2. That u can become the subject. Then u will become x over 2. But this is not what we were given. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Aha. So that's just a mistake. So let me round up the class now so that we can come online for our economics class, English